This is the A2B Shima electric bike, and it's unique in their lineup right now because it can go 28 miles per hour in pedal assist, so it's kind of like a speed pedelec bike. I'm going to hop into the electronics just because that's sort of the feature that really differentiates it. This is a 500 watt direct drive hub motor, very similar to their other bikes. Being direct drive means that it's gearless, and so you're not going to get quite the same amount of torque for climbing and really accelerating, but because it's 500 watts, that's still pretty powerful, and in my experience it's just very smooth and quiet. But it is a little bit heavier because it's got magnets in there, and you can just see it's pretty large, but durable. The battery pack right here is 36 volts, 13.2 amp hours, so that's fairly sizable, and it is removable. You can see there's like a little lock right here, so you can take this thing off, you can slide it off and charge it in the house, or if you want, you can just leave it on the bike. And it uses this new energy bus standard, so it's actually magnetic, just sort of plugs in there. You can see it kind of just jumped right in there. Very cool, kind of a neat thing on some of the new electric bikes. Controlling it is this cool LCD screen up here. It's a little bit tricky to reach. You can imagine if your hand's over here, and you want to change something, you've got to like completely take a hand off. But it uses this key fob system. You just hold that there for a second. Am I getting it? There we go, and it lights up. So it's like a blue backlit thing. And there are 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, and you can turn the dial here. Economic, standard, or high power. And once you're at the, well, I went too far. Once you're at the one you want, you like push it in and it locks it. So that's cool. But the other neat thing is it's actually got like a little throttle, and I'm not sure if this is a walk mode or what, because when I was on it, it actually goes 12 miles per hour. You can just push that thing in, and that was pretty satisfying. I'll be honest, it was nice to have a throttle. There's no other twist throttle or anything, and the gears here, you use these trigger shifters for 8 in the rear. Shimano DRAXT, so pretty good components. And the drive system on this is torque sensor, so everything feels good. You're shifting gears, you're pedaling, and the bike is responding. The only real downside is the weight. This thing's like 70 pounds, and all the weight is in the rear. So you look at this bike, it's got a pretty burly frame, and it looks nice. It's kind of artistic. It's step through. That's all fine, but the battery and everything's in the rear. Unlike some of the other A2B bikes, you only have one battery pack here, so there's no B battery. There's nothing in the down tube or anything like that. So just, I guess, worth keeping in mind. This isn't something that you can very easily lift up and put on a bus or whatnot, but if you did need to transport it, it's nice that the battery is removable. So outside of the drive system, you've got these great fenders, front and rear. You've got lights, although to use it, it seems like you actually have to press that button right there, that slider switch, which is, I guess, considering that the control system's not real convenient either, it'd just be nice to have a switch or something, I suppose. It's not dynamo powered. I don't think it uses a capacitor, so the lights are running off of the main battery pack. Just keep that in mind. If you accidentally leave the bike lights on and then walk away, you could drain it. It does have suspension, which is great, and it has these super wide, cushy tires, so it actually feels awesome riding this. It's pretty forgiving, but the shock is very basic. It just has preload. There's no lockout or anything like that. Wires all run through the frame. I wanted to call this out. It's got a double-sided aluminum bash guard / chain guide, and that's basically going to protect the teeth if you hit a curb, and also just keep the chain on track if you're going over some bumps. That way it won't slop off. And it's got this cool little chain guard kind of thing integrated into the lines of the bike, which is cool. And for reflectors everywhere. It's a city bike really, with all the lights and everything like this, and it looks cool. It has a sort of a proprietary rack here, and you almost have to buy their add-on to actually use it for panniers or a rack, unless you're gonna use just standard lashing and basically tie your bag on there. Other bikes it's like narrower tubing, right? And so you can actually hang stuff right on it. So that's sort of a complaint, but it matches, and this bike has this real cool, elegant look. There's even a place to add a license plate or whatever. So pretty thoughtful. Comes with this mirror, which is neat, and again, the trigger shifters, so it's pretty standard to ride. Adjustable stem right there. I think that's pretty much it. And you know, these pedals, they're plastic, but they work all right in my experience. I would say that the ride quality is a little bit sloppy, like the whole frame sort of wiggles back and forth as you pedal, and I think that's just because there's so much weight back here and it's hanging off. If you look at it, it's like there's this arm right here, and the thing can flex in the middle, and that makes it feel a little less stiff than some of the other bikes I've ridden. I do like the kickstand. It's pretty standard, but some bikes don't have kickstands for some reason, and this one's nice. It gets all the way out of the way when you kick it up. It's not one of those like mid-mounted Y ones. Here's what the wires look like. It seems like things are pretty well protected from water. If you did need to get this serviced though, there's a quick disconnect there. And oh, I failed to mention that there's hydraulic disc brakes, 180 millimeter disc in the front, 160 in the rear, Tektro Dorado. So let's get it out for a ride test, shall we? Again, it's pedal assist. I'm going to show you the little trigger throttle thing first and show the motor. So there's the throttle, and there's the motor. There we go. Super smooth and quiet. Just, yeah, real nice feeling. Now I'm going to go ahead and pedal along. See if maybe I can get it going a little fast in the other direction. So I'm going to use this to get up to speed. There we go. Sort of the ride position here. Pretty comfortable. Getting speed. 25. I'm riding one-handed, so I'm going to stop there, but 25 miles per hour, not bad. The other really cool thing about this bike is that it's got regenerative braking built in, so you can see there's like an extra little wire coming off of the brake lever, and you can feel when you're going to stop, you kind of feel that, and so you're actually capturing a little bit of electricity when you stop. So that is the A2B Shima electric bike. For more on this and others, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.